Start your day with Tim Denis on 610 CKTB and 610CKTB.com.
7:20. Good morning, up and at 'em on a Wednesday, the 18th. So I'm watching an episode of Law and Order on TV the other day, and it was a storyline that had something to do with an inheritance and how some people the family was suing for something that they hadn't been given. And anyway, halfway through the court case, suddenly everybody got a text message while the court case was going on, and the text message was from the deceased. And it was some months after the person had died. And in court, they made reference to the fact that you could do that now. Well, how does this happen? Postmortem digital communication. What is this? Texts from beyond. One who would know is the founder of Safe Beyond, Moran Zur, who is with me this morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Tim. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's my pleasure to talk to you. Thank you. We have been, I guess, as a society for years trying to communicate from beyond. This doesn't exactly solve the problem, but what is Safe Beyond?
Didn't they explain it on Law and Order? Didn't they use our platform?
Yes, they did indeed.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
they talked about actually being able to give you texts or videos or whatnot, and then the company keeps them for how long, Moran?
No, it's basically what we've created is we call it as the first in the world emotional life insurance that allow you to basically take charge of your digital identity forever. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have your digital identity out there now. It's going to be through your Facebook account and searches in Google and all the other stuff. We have our digital identity, and it's going to communicate in a certain ways. We're just giving you the control and allowing you to send, whether it's messages, videos, or any type of communication, even important documents, to make sure that you will be able to support your loved ones even after you're no longer here.
How did the idea come up? Was this your particular idea?
Yes, it is. It's actually, came from a place of need. Lost my father to cancer over more than 15 years now, and kind of when I was about to get married about 10 years ago, kind of missed him and thought, that's something I wish to have. Never got a chance to communicate with him about important events in life, like wedding and having kids. But it took a few more years until technology evolved and kind of us living in the digital world before some additional event happened to me and my family when my wife got diagnosed with brain cancer and our son was 3 years old at the time. Then made me realize that it's time to leave my convenient position as CEO of a big investment house in Israel and establish Safe Beyond. And now my wife is doing great now, and she is a very positive person. She thinks that Safe Beyond gave her a lot of hope, and this is always a great tool to fight, situations when you have such a severe disease. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to be sick in order to be prepared, and that's why we call it emotional life insurance, because it's from the same reason why you create life insurance policy where you want to take care of your loved ones if something, God forbidden, will happen to you. From the same logic, from the same economic aspect, you should nowadays create this emotional life insurance, take charge of all your digital content, digital access to online accounts, make sure that your loved ones will not suffer from the problem of not being able to get to these online accounts. And on top of that, you can support them emotionally up to 25 years with us after you're gone, with being there only digitally, but still being present at their life in most important events.
If some of the events that happen in children's lives, for instance, are not foreseen, when are they going to get married? When are they going to have children? How would you know, as Safe Beyond, when to pass along the messages that maybe a parent who has passed on wants to give, if they want to say something at their child's wedding, for instance? How does that happen?
So basically, it's a great question. We have three type of triggers that allow you to, and you have to decide in advance what would you like that will release it. We take it very seriously, and there are like There's some specific dates that you can specify, exactly when your daughter is going to turn 21 or whatever, that it's important to you. So this is pretty straightforward. On top of that, we have location-based services. So they'll be notified after you've passed away that they need to download their app in order to get push notification. If you left the messages that will only be released, let's say, when they arrive to Vancouver or Toronto, or wherever you want them to accept these messages or these notifications. It's important to understand they will not be surprised by the message. They'll just be notified that a new message has been released, and they'll have to go into their safe, log in, and then they can watch it at their convenience, at their own time. And the third one is the most, advanced one, is kind of a future event. So we try to help our users with our content creation tools to think about these important future events, like wedding that you have mentioned. But for all these future events, then you have to appoint a trustee. Your digital trustee can be your wife, your friend, can be your son, or it can be some of your professional advisors. It's important to know that we are providing our services through, some professional, like in estate planners and also insurance companies. We actually partnered with the largest reinsurance company in the world called Munich Re. I'm sure you know them in Canada. We actually started the partnership with the signed agreement in Canada first. So I've been in Toronto a couple of months ago when we are starting to work with them and offering it to their insurance clients. It's not something that we take for granted, and we have tens of thousands of users already very pleased from the services, and we take it seriously.
How can people find where you are online? What would they look for?
They should go to safebeyond.com, and they can, get a 30-day free trial directly with us. Or they're probably going to hear about us from different providers soon enough, from big insurance companies in Canada or in other places, hopefully estate planners as well. We have them in the U.S. already partnering with us. We're definitely interested in having some estate planners in Canada offering our services. I think it's a great tool for them to help their clients manage their digital assets as well.
How expensive a proposition is it, Moran?
Our intention is that the insurance companies and the estate planners will be able to kind of subsidize it and offer it for free to the end users. But right now, if you're an individual, you don't want to be dependent on these organizations, you can buy it directly for only $3.99 US per month.
A pleasure to talk to you this morning. Thank you for taking the time.
No, thank you for having me, Tim, and pleasure talking to you. Have a great day.
All the best. Moran Zur spoke to us from his home in Tel Aviv, Israel this morning. Safe Beyond is the name of the company. Postmortem digital communication is definitely a reality.